the stories of the Anunnaki, mysterious deities from Mesopotamian lore who are said to have influenced the course of civilization itself. While mainstream scholars interpret the Anunnaki as mythological beings revered by the Sumerians, Akkadians, Babylonians, and Assyrians, certain groups have claimed a deeper connection to these ancient entities. Among them are the self-proclaimed Anunnaki bloodline keepers, a secretive sect that asserts they are the direct descendants of these celestial beings, chosen to safeguard humanity's ancient knowledge and maintain the lineage of the gods. Whether dismissed as a fringe conspiracy theory or considered a legitimate aspect of hidden history, the existence of such a group raises profound questions about ancestry, power, and the origins of civilization. The term Anunnaki originates from ancient Mesopotamian texts, where these deities were described as powerful beings who descended from the heavens. In Sumerian mythology, they were considered the children of An, the sky god, and Kai, the earth goddess. Some interpretations, particularly those influenced by alternative history researchers like Zecharia Sitchin, suggest that the Anunnaki were not merely mythological figures, but extraterrestrial visitors who played a direct role in shaping early human societies. Sitchin's theories, presented in his Earth Chronicles series, propose that the Anunnaki genetically modified early humans, creating the first civilizations and establishing bloodlines that would carry their influence through history. The Anunnaki bloodline keepers claim that their lineage traces directly back to these beings, preserving a genetic heritage that sets them apart from the rest of humanity. According to them, the Anunnaki did not simply vanish, but instead left behind chosen families who were tasked with guiding civilization in accordance with their divine wisdom. These families allegedly intermarried to preserve their pure lineage, ensuring that their descendants would retain the knowledge, power, and genetic markers of their celestial ancestors. The bloodline keepers assert that their ancestors were entrusted with sacred knowledge, secrets of advanced technology, cosmic wisdom, and spiritual enlightenment. According to their claims, ancient Mesopotamian texts, including the Enuma Elish and the Epic of Gilgamesh, contain hidden codes that only those with the proper ancestry can truly understand. The bloodline keepers believe that mainstream history has deliberately obscured these truths, portraying the Anunnaki as mere myths to prevent humanity from realizing its true origins. They also suggest that many of the world's most powerful figures, from kings and emperors to modern political leaders, are part of this hidden bloodline. Their argument often draws parallels to theories about secret societies such as the Illuminati, Freemasons, and other esoteric groups that are said to manipulate global events from behind the scenes. However, unlike these secret societies, the bloodline keepers claim a divine mandate, asserting that their authority stems not from political maneuvering, but from their direct connection to the gods themselves. One of the most controversial aspects of the bloodline keepers' claims is the idea that certain individuals possess unique genetic markers that link them to the Anunnaki. Some proponents argue that ancient Mesopotamian royal families were carefully selected to preserve this divine DNA, and that these bloodlines have continued in secrecy, branching out across various aristocratic and ruling classes throughout history. They believe that anomalies in certain blood types, such as a high prevalence of Rh-negative blood among some elite families, could be evidence of non-human or extraterrestrial influence. Furthermore, they speculate that specific physical and intellectual traits, such as an unusually high IQ, heightened intuition, or a natural affinity for leadership, may be indicators of Anunnaki ancestry. This perspective, however, has been widely criticized for its lack of empirical evidence and its potential to promote elitist or exclusionary ideologies. Mainstream geneticists dismiss these claims, stating that there is no scientific proof of an extraterrestrial lineage within human DNA. Despite skepticism from historians and scientists, the idea of the Anunnaki bloodline keepers has gained traction in certain circles, particularly among those fascinated by ancient astronaut theories, esoteric traditions, and alternative history narratives. Some individuals who identify as bloodline keepers claim to have access to secret texts, artifacts, or oral traditions passed down through generations. They argue that their purpose is not to control humanity, but to prepare it for an eventual return of the Anunnaki, who they believe will one day reclaim their rightful place as overseers of Earth. In recent years, the internet has provided a platform for these beliefs to spread, leading to the formation of online communities dedicated to discussing Anunnaki heritage, lost civilizations, and suppressed knowledge. Some adherents conduct private gatherings, ritualistic ceremonies, and scholarly discussions aimed at uncovering hidden truths about their ancestry. Others claim that the world's conflicts, political upheavals, and technological advancements are all part of a grand design orchestrated by those who carry Anunnaki blood. One of the most intriguing aspects of the Bloodline Keepers' beliefs is their assertion that the Anunnaki will return. This expectation mirrors eschatological narratives found in various religious traditions, such as the Second Coming in Christianity or the return of the Mahdi in Islam. According to Bloodline Keepers, the Anunnaki's return will mark the beginning of a new era in human history, one where hidden knowledge will be revealed, ancient technologies will be restored, and a new world order will be established under their guidance. Some speculate that advancements in genetic engineering, artificial intelligence, and space exploration are paving the way for humanity to reunite with its celestial ancestors. They argue that secret programs, such as those conducted by major space agencies and shadowy research institutions, are part of an effort to prepare for first contact with the Anunnaki. Whether these claims hold any merit remains a matter of intense debate, but they undoubtedly add to the growing fascination with the idea of extraterrestrial influence in human history. The story of the Anunnaki bloodline keepers is one that straddles the line between myth and reality. While mainstream academia largely dismisses their claims as pseudo-historical speculation, the persistence of such beliefs speaks to a deep-seated human desire to connect with something greater than ourselves. Whether viewed as a literal lineage of extraterrestrial descendants or as a symbolic representation of hidden power structures, the notion of the bloodline keepers continues to captivate those who seek to understand the mysteries of the past. At its core, the legend of the Anunnaki bloodline keepers is about the search for truth, whether that truth lies in ancient texts, genetic research, or the collective imagination of those who dare to question established history. As long as humanity remains fascinated by the possibility of divine ancestry and extraterrestrial influence, the whispers of the Anunnaki bloodline keepers will persist, urging us to reconsider the origins of civilization and the forces that continue to shape our world.